Let's talk about it. Welfare fraud and how it costs us, the taxpayers, billions of dollars a year. Let's get into the clips.
Here are 4 reasons on why I will never get a job. Number 1, if I get a job, they will cut off my food stamps. And I'm not gonna fucking risk that shit. How dumb would I be to get a job and then they're either gonna cut my stamps in half or take them away completely? Not gonna happen. Then that means that I have to take out money from my pocket to pay for food. No, no thanks. Number 2, I am not a morning person. There is no way that you'll see me awake before 11 o'clock. It's just not gonna happen. And that morning traffic is fucking ridiculous. So no, I'd rather be in bed. Third reason why I don't work or I'm not gonna ever work is because then I would have to pay bills. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna work just to pay rent, pay utilities. Not gonna happen. My husband could do all that. No thanks. I'd rather spend my money going out, eating, buying stuff, not paying bills. So what's the point of working if I have to waste it on bills? Just not gonna happen. And the fourth reason is because I am allergic to responsibilities. Every time I try, it's just no. I break out in hives. I'm literally allergic to it. I just can't do it. So at the end of the day, why waste energy working when the government sends me checks to live my best life?
Absolutely insane. Again, I don't know. Sometimes people post these type of content to, it gets a lot of views, it garners a lot of comments, and they're low-key trolling. But I don't believe that this is the case in this scenario. She's very serious. Again, she's basically a grown woman with the mindset of a child. She doesn't want to wake up early. She doesn't want to be a productive member of society and contribute. She just wants to leech off the government and have everybody else do all the hard work and then utilize their tax dollars to live scot-free.
A career out of living off the government or living off of child support, then be my guest. I don't know who needs to hear this, but there is no shame in living off the government. Everyone in my comments is like, I work 40 hours a week and I don't even qualify, so quit your job. If you want food stamps so bad, why don't you quit your job and then you'll fucking qualify for food stamps? Or you could get a better paying job so like that you could pay your bills and you're able to, have extra money. There is no reason that you should be mad at me. Be mad at the fucking people that work down at DCF. I have nothing to do with their requirements. If you can make a career out of living off the government or living off of child support, then be my guest. Do it. Get your bag, girl. These programs were designed to, help people that are in need and to help them stay afloat. Sometimes it's not a choice. Sometimes it's a necessity for you to be on these programs. So who are you to say you're just taking advantage of the program? You're just lazy. You don't want to work. Okay, that's not your problem. It's not affecting you, right? Because you're still going to pay your taxes. And your taxes are still going to go to all the peoples that want to, be bums and be on fucking government assistance. And bums is the word that you guys use. To me, they're very smart, actually. Because they're just staying at home relaxing while you guys have to, slave yourselves at a 9 to 5.
So, according to her logic, it's smart to abuse the system and not be a productive member into society. And the problem is this: you have people like her who are on the system and extracting resources and taking a spot from someone who really does truly need the resources and can truly benefit. Where you have a person like her, she's absolutely lazy and has found a way to manipulate and milk the system. And quite frankly, she doesn't even care. I mean, she's bold enough to come online and make multiple videos basically bragging about, hey, I get to sleep in every day. I popped out a few kids and I'm going to maximize these benefits until the wheels fall off. That's why I started this series, and I really do hope Trump puts some type of cap on how long people can be on these government assistance programs, because you see, you have some people with this type of leech type mindset that are literally going to abuse the system until you cut them off.
Okay, yes, I am going in 2025 with my 8 kids and still getting my food stamps. I don't care how y'all feel or what y'all think. I'm not letting my plug go. My plug is with me at all times, and he's getting everybody right. And we don't care about no 2025 because, baby, we are loaded with food stamps. With my 8 kids, yes. So either you're gonna get you some stamps or just be quiet. One or the other. Do you need me to call my plug? My plug can hook you up right now. We don't care about no president. We don't care about none of that. Because they scam us. Who cares? Beat the system. Okay? Because I love my 4K, baby. I love it over here. I love my 4K and stamps. So what? You heard it right here. Your girl, Miss EBT Queen of 2024, is still going to be EBT Queen of 2025. Do you hear me?
Imagine being a grown woman and giving yourself the name the EBT Queen. Again, these people are so bold, they come on the internet and literally brag about receiving thousands of dollars. I mean, again, I hopefully she's trolling, but I looked at her page and this looks to be very legit. $4,000 a month in food stamps. That's $48,000 a year. We're talking about 50 grand a year in food stamps. I'm sure she gets some type of housing as well. You got to think about she's making probably close to six figures in benefits from leeching off the government because the amount of kids she has. 8 kids, 8 baby daddies. Absolutely insane.
Government assistance is a privilege, not a right. It is not meant to last forever. Instead of being angry that certain programs may potentially one day end for you, be thankful for the amount of time that you had them. While you have them, utilize that time to get on your feet so that you can be prepared for when that day comes. And for those saying, but how am I going to feed my kids? Stop procreating with men who cannot or will not provide for those children.
I'm glad a woman is saying this because when I make these type of comments in some of my videos, people get very mad at me when I put the onus on the women and they try to say you're red pill and you're passport bro. I'm like, I'm none of those things. I just call a spade a spade. If a woman controls access to sex and you continue to have sexual relations unprotected with men you know can't provide for you, how is that not your fault? And how do you expect people to feel bad for you when you have two, three, four, 5 kids by multiple different men and none of them can provide?
Okay? Choose mates based on their character and their ability to provide rather than, oh, he looked good at the club last night.
Whoo, she preaching. We have to, especially black people, we have to start mating from the neck up and not the waist down.
Like, y'all got to get it together. It is not the government's responsibility to take care of your responsibilities for you. And I am not against assistance for anyone who needs it. There have been times in my life that I needed assistance, and you damn right, I utilized it during those times. But if you are able-bodied and you have not been declared disabled and you are physically able to go to work. Now, there are some people who have not been declared physically disabled because that is a very difficult process, unfortunately. But there are some people who can't work. I mean, and they haven't been declared. So I get it. But if you can take your ass to work, take your ass to work. Nobody's telling y'all to keep sitting up having all these babies by dusty dudes or by dudes that don't want nothing to do with you. Or a lot of these dudes, they know the con too, because they'll find them a chick with a Section 8 voucher and shack up with her and pay that little light bill. And then the chick, she'll go do her little half a job for enough time so she can file income tax. But all her money go on clothes and hair, hats, and nails. Like, it is not the government's responsibility to provide that lifestyle for you. If that's the lifestyle that you want, then you need to go to work so you can buy those things. And as far as the stamps, there are people who get too many stamps. There are people who, they can't possibly eat all them stamps. A lot of them selling the stamps so they can have money for hair hats and stupid stuff. Like, again, I'm not against assistance, but that program is being abused very badly, and it needs to be streamlined. And a lot of the programs that have been put on pause aren't even about that. They're about like frivolous spending. Like, there's one program that was sending condoms overseas. One program studying bubble wrap, like silly shit like that. Of course, that stuff needs to be frozen until they can go through and see where that money is going. Y'all need to grow up. Y'all need to grow up, because nothing in life is free, and there are rules. So rules have to be followed, and nothing in life, well, rules have to be followed, and nothing in life is free. If y'all grow up and realize that, y'all will realize that y'all are being ridiculous. Nobody owes you anything at all.
Nothing but facts with what she said. You have a lot of grown people who have a childlike mentality and just want handouts and don't want to put the work in and want to reap the benefits from other people's hard work.
I'm gonna go get me some wick every time. Y'all keep being cute. Keep on being cute. Cause I'm ugly right now.
It's like literally people come on the internet and brag about receiving government assistance. Why not? Nothing wrong with getting it. Why not just get your stamps, get your WIC, whatever you're getting, and go about your day? Why do you have to post this stuff online like it's a flex? I mean, we really have to bring back shame in 2025.
And ask us to get involved. When you signed up for TANF and you claimed that you were no longer with the child's father and that you had a $0 income in your household, in return, you signed a document saying the state will pursue child support to recoup the TANF cost. You did ask us to get involved. What you're gonna do is stop yelling at me, first. Second of all, that is your own fault that you chose to not disclose that information. You are committing fraud when you sign up and you lie and you say that you're not with the child's father, but you actually are. That's fraud. And that is not the state just pursuing someone on child support for no reason. Then why did you say that he wasn't in the household? Okay, then you should have disclosed that you received child support. Okay, what are you trying to say here? Are you trying to say that he does or he doesn't support the child? Because that's why you're on TANF, is to help with your child. There's other programs that you could have gone on that wasn't where we were going to open child support, but you chose to sign your name to this document saying that you need child support and that the state was okay to go after him.
Insane. You want everybody to support you financially, but the man that you laid down and had a child with. Make it make sense.
I finally have something to yap about. So this message is for my child's father and my child's father only. If you are not him, keep scrolling. Scrolling.
So instead of sending him a text message, a phone call, an email, a letter, a message by carrier pigeon, she thought it'd be a good idea to relay this message on TikTok for the whole world to see. I already let you know that she's messy.
So, remember how you went and got on welfare to avoid paying child support? Well, I got a call from a fraud investigator, and they said that there was a referral on you for fraud, and that the person listed me as a person that would have information on you. And I said, I probably do. And she proceeded to ask me questions. And then she said, do you have a child support order? And I said, yes, I do. And then she said, what's the amount? I told her the amount. And then she said, that's a lot. How many kids do you have? I said, I have one. And she said, and that's your amount? I said, yes. She said, if you have a child support order, then his income was certified by the courts. Do you mind sending me your child support order? Because then I can cross-reference it with what he said he received in order to get welfare. And I said, absolutely, I can give this to you. And I did. So just to let you know, there is an open fraud investigation against you for falsely applying for government assistance. So, I don't know who you pissed off, but you've clearly pissed someone off and they have reported you for welfare fraud. And I just confirmed your income by sending over my child support order. So you might want to contact the Department of Public Social Services and clear this up, because you going to jail, bitch.
You know what's funny about this whole thing? I like how she tries to make it seem like someone anonymously turned him in, knowing damn well she probably had her mom, who was the anonymous tipster, and put her down as a person who may have more information. You could tell how again, I'm not saying that she's wrong or right, but you could tell that she's very petty just by the way that she chose to deliver this information over the internet for hundreds of thousands of people to see. Here we have a woman who is receiving food stamps and is bragging, using my food stamps and WIC card while wearing an $1,800 Montclair coat, $200 feed in, I don't know what that is, and a $300 Michael Kors purse. Again, this is just another example of people who are able-bodied and who abuse the system and basically use their womb as a way to avoid actually having to have an actual job.
Imagine being on government assistance for 30 years and then being cut off. What do? You didn't finish high school. You never went to college. You were never married, or either you were married and now you're divorced. You have no assets. You have no savings account. And you have no skills. You don't even know how to fill out a job application because you've never held a job before. If you one of the people that's waiting for the Section 8 list to open up so you can apply now, this is not for you. We already know you worked hard for everything that you have, never needed a handout, never needed government assistance or any of that stuff. And now that the inflation is up and times are hard, you ready to get your Section 8 voucher. Just keep scrolling. Now that they're gone, back to what I was saying. I talk about healing a lot on my page because we fail to realize that healing is so much more than healing from a traumatic experience, healing from abuse, or healing from addictions. Growing up in poverty or, with a poverty background where welfare is the only option, eventually you have to heal that mindset where you only think survival, you only think scarcity. You hold on to everything because you've never had anything. When you do get money, you spend it all instead of saving or putting a little bit to the side or investing in something. You don't know how to.
I mean, the reason why people have this type of mentality is I got to understand if you've been on government assistance 10, 15, 20 years, you've been given everything. You've been given housing at a very low cost. You've been given thousands of dollars in food stamps. You've been given all types of various programs that they have, whether it's through the government, through, local organizations where you probably can get free clothes and grants for this. So all you know is take, 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 take. So when you're in a situation where you don't have to work hard for anything, you don't cherish money. So that's why when people get these huge tax refunds or anytime they come into any type of case settlement, they blow the money on frivolous things trying to be like a rapper or entertainer. They don't value money because they never had to work for it. I mean, that's pretty much the long and short of it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. How do you feel about people abusing the welfare system and the mindset that goes along with these individuals? I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.